All right, good evening, everybody. Driving home after quite an eventful day, quite an eventful drive home. I went off the road, got stuck. Some nice folks helped me out. I was stuck there for about 40 minutes. Got out, uh, had a tire issue, was a very easy fix. Managed to get to Walmart before they closed. They were very nice to me there at the Homestead Walmart. And on my way home, and I'll tell you something. As soon as I crossed the border from Pennsylvania to New York, excuse me, could tell the roads are a lot safer, and so I'm a lot more comfortable. And I feel like sharing some Torah with you all. So because I know I had some complaints about making the videos at home with the kids making noise. So we'll do it this way, and I'm taking my time. I'm still going 20 miles an hour. Maybe I should keep the blinkers on again now from here. But let's learn. Let's hop around a little bit of Torah, especially in the schus. The Vayeshev should protect us in the schus of the Hasidic Tzaddik, Levi and Sosha Berditchev, schus. Just mentioning his name, God should bless us. So Vayeshev Yaakov be'eretz begurei aviv be'eretz Canaan, and Jacob dwelt in the land of the sojourning of his father in the land of Canaan. This is Genesis 37 verse 1. And Klalhu, general ideas like this, kach, it's like this. Dine b'sefer amuna v'batochim l'ramban. Nachmanides wrote a book called Faith and Trust. He writes as follows: Hagam shekadosh baruch hu avtich liYaakov Avinu, even though God promised Jacob, our patriarch, apal pichein haya misyore shem yigram echei liyavad es barei kadas ayin sham. Jacob understood that God's blessings are contingent. God's blessings are there all the time. God is good all the time. But he was afraid that the sins, that he might have committed a sin that could have caused, that even though God promised a blessing, the sin could cause that the blessing is not received. The way we could say it is that the blessing is coming either way, but the sin blocks the blessing. God is sending the blessing, we just have to receive it. And if we and sin, one of the biggest things about sin is it's a distraction. The Baal Shem Tov says the guilt that we have from the sin in a way is worse than the sin itself. Now, I don't mean shame, I mean guilt. They're two different things. There's a proper type of shame, and then there's a negative type of guilt. And unfortunately, a lot of Jewish people suffer from this malady of guilt. It's a stereotype. And Baal Shem Tov says, it's like the sin itself is like a snake bite, and the guilt, the depression that a person feels after he did this sin, this hopelessness, the despondentness, is like the venom, and that's what really does the damage. The bite is bad enough, but if a non-venomous snake bites you, all right, it's just a little bite. It might bleed a little bit, whatever. But if there's venom, and that's going through your blood system, that's really dangerous. It's deadly. So, so the thing is, the response to this is that every human being is responsible to serve God at every moment. And also a person is obligated to be in a constant state of joy. So first of all, if you see that human beings, especially Jewish people, but really anybody, are enjoying positive things in this world, so of course you have to rejoice over that, right? But if, God forbid, we might experience the opposite, you have to feel their pain and become joined into that pain. So then the person's always worried that his sins could have a negative effect. But then the problem with that is that you're not really serving God, meaning there's two sides. The sin itself, but also the worry that the sin causes takes away from our joy. And so that's the danger of sin, because it takes us away from serving God. Jacob was always on this spiritual level. He was always worried that his sins might cause him to not serve God properly, and he could lose the blessing. And he was worried that he has not fulfilled his obligation to worship the Creator, serve the Creator. That's what it means, and Jacob dwelled in the land of the sojourning of his father. The Hainu, what does that mean? Pachad, right? Because Isaac, he was known to be afraid of God. He was the archetype of fear, of Gvura, Pachad, and God is called Pachad Yitzchak. Yesterday, 2 days ago, whatever, from earlier today was the yahrzeit of the Pachad Yitzchak, of Rav Yitzchak Hutner, but anyway, Shemigurei hu Lashon Pachad. So he was in the land of his father, but the land of sojourning of his father. Sojourning is also a term of fear. Visibility is really bad here. Umimasha hayaloi pachad, shema loi avad esabore kuroi. Where did he have this fear from that he wasn't worshiping the Creator properly? Aviv shahayaloi midas aviv. So he got it from his father. He had this attribute from his father, the Hainu Pachad Yitzchak. That was the fear of Isaac. She Yitzchak avad esabore b'midas yira, because Isaac served the Creator with the attribute of fear, like in Genesis 31 verse 42, God is called, and the fear of Isaac. He's the God of Abraham and the fear of Isaac, meaning the one that Isaac feared. Is that the end? Yeah. Alright. I think we're Yotzei. Even though Yaakov Avinu didn't feel like he's Yotzei, I think, for the sake of safety, we chapped the Rhine. We did what we wanted to do. Hopefully you'll see this. I'm not going to probably upload it till I get home. So, God willing, I hope and pray that this gets, if you see it, you'll know that I made it home safely. So, I hope and pray that I make it home safely in the schus of learning Torah, doing the mitzvah of Shinantim Levanecha. I hope my kids watch this and learn Torah from it. My boys and girls should learn Torah together. We should all learn Torah. It's so important. And I really have a big desire to keep going, but you have to, Kishem Shemekabel Schar al Adrisha, Kach Mekabel Schar al Prisha. So just like the sages say, just as one can receive a reward for seeking out, and so too, and making homilies and so forth, sermonizing, so too you will get a blessing and a reward for holding back, for abstaining. So we should be prushim right now and take some Pharisaical wisdom, and we're going to take our time, go home. On one hand, I'll be honest, especially if I'm looking at the road and I'm talking, making a video helps me. But on the other hand, I don't want this video to be too long. I think it's always better the shorter videos. So God bless. Please like, share, and subscribe, comment. I'm very thankful to all the people who helped me tonight, and thankful to God for the opportunity to give people an opportunity for blessing, to bless one another, and we should be blessed. So let's see, how long is this one? If it's not too long, yeah, I don't think we can do it right now. I'd love to, but we've got to be responsible. I was already irresponsible enough for the last 11 minutes and 11 and a half minutes. I think I have to stop. Alright, God bless. Please like, share, subscribe, comment, and we'll see you all later. How do I turn this thing off? This one?